Hello, my name is Kevin Lewis, and I have the privilege of serving as the administrator for Calvary Grove Christian School. I want to take this brief video to seek your assistance, a call to action, if you will. We are moving in a direction in our school where we are continually improving how we function, how we operate. We are a member of the Association of Christian Schools International, and they have produced a report that digs into 5 domain areas of how schools can flourish. And that is obviously our goal and what we want to achieve in our long-term vision. So in order to do this, we're going to be surveying stakeholders. So this video is going out to stakeholder groups such as parents, teachers, support staff, alumni, groups who can give us the feedback that we need in achieving these goals. So I'm going to very briefly show you some charts that speak to the flourishing school culture that ACSI has crafted. Give me 1 second to share these charts. Okay, so let me just go right into the chart. Just 2 charts here. Okay, so this flourishing school culture that I spoke of just a moment ago involves 2 key groups: leaders and educators, and students, quite obviously. And so within this culture, ACSI has identified 5 domains that are important to accomplishing this idea of crafting and nurturing and growing a flourishing school culture. So let me take time to go over those 5 domains right here. So in the center, you have flourishing students. Quite obviously, that's the goal, is to, as a school, as an institution, we want to have students flourish in all areas in their life. So they're in the center. And then right around them are the flourishing educators. They're the ones responsible for, during their waking hours, to be with them, to work with them, to raise them up academically. And of course, in a Christian school environment, there are all other pieces that go together in that to bring them to a place where they are successful in those goals. And then you have flourishing schools, where the institutions that provide the environment and the platform, if you will, within which the education can take place and where the students can flourish. So you see on the outside 5 domains that this flourishing school culture model speaks to. Purpose, of course. Our purpose is to teach students that they're created by God for a purpose, and that He's given them talents and abilities that He can use in serving Him. And so we want students to understand that, and they have a way forward where they can see how their life can bring meaning to others around them. Relationships are important. Relationships between parents and staff, parents in school, if you will, teachers and students, teachers and their colleagues, teachers and support staff. All of those relationships are key in functioning well. So that's another domain here. Then you have the learning orientation, and that really speaks to how different students learn. I'm sure some of you have heard over the years about some students learn in an audible fashion, others learn in a visual fashion, others learn kinesthetically through touching, and there's other research that shows other methods of learning. So we want to be sensitive to that and understand what that means for us. Then there's expertise and resources. Quite obviously, we want to pull upon resources and expertise that will continue to move us forward. During this pandemic, we had to learn a lot of new things. And one of the good things that came out of the pandemic was the fact that we had to do that. And so we want to continue to build on that expertise and pull on the resources that we have identified to being key to that. And then well-being. Well-being is important, both spiritually, physically. We want everyone involved in this environment to understand what having good well-being is about. And so these 5 domains make up that culture model, and we want to pursue that in a very vigorous way. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to send a survey to you, which has been crafted by stakeholder group. So within the next few weeks, you'll get a email that will be introducing you to this survey. My request to you is just to complete it. Okay, that's all we're asking. By doing that, and by getting all of the stakeholder group feedback together, that information will then be analyzed and then given back to us in a report that'll help us greatly in pursuing this goal of flourishing culture in our school. So thank you. Thank you ahead of time for taking the time to do that. And I look forward to getting that report ultimately and seeing how we can continue to serve our Lord and move our school in a deeper way as we flourish to serve the students here. Okay? You take care and God bless.